Hey, welcome to Limitless Take 5. Bishop Scotty Scott, Pastor Kev here. Hey, we're going to continue in on our series out of 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, talking about the gifts of the Spirit. We've already talked about knowledge, we talked about wisdom, and we did an overview, and now we're going to get into the gift of faith. Bishop, take it away.
Well, everything in God begins with faith. From the very beginning of the text, where he says, in the beginning, God, that statement alone requires faith.
Yeah.
That without faith, it's impossible to please God, because without faith, you don't even believe in God. And so faith is the quintessential basis of everything we have and everything we do in God. In fact, it is the commerce of heaven. Money moves everything in the earth. Faith moves everything in heaven. And in fact, without faith, it's impossible to please him. If you come to God, you must first know that he is. That means you have to have the faith for who God is. But I love this because you say, well, where does faith come from? It's amazing that the faith in God comes from God. That we couldn't even believe God without God giving us faith. And this is the first time that we see it given a point of it being a gift. But there's other places in Scripture where he says, unto everyone he gives a measure of faith. That means without faith it's impossible to please God, but God's the one that gives you the faith to believe God. And what's awesome is that he's not only the God enough to give you faith enough to believe him to be saved, but he's saying it's a gift beyond your salvation. That it's the gift for everything in your salvation, for everything in your relationship with God. Everything is going to come by faith. In fact, the just shall live by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. So everyone has the faith, but what it's saying here is that there is a gift beyond just normal faith.
Right.
That there is a gift of the Spirit, which is faith. That the ability to believe for the impossible. The ability, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It means when you are given the gift of faith, you have the ability to believe for things that have not yet come to pass in a way that's beyond anybody else's understanding, and yet you believe beyond understanding and beyond what you see and beyond what you have experienced in your life, something that you believe in and have a gift of faith to believe it, and not only believe it, but to see it. Because by faith, in faith, all things are possible. And so for those that have the gift of faith, it's amazing to be around people who have the gift of faith. It's amazing to be around people who can look at situations and see what it will be. And not just what it is. And that gift of faith is that. It's the ability to see the ability to see the what's not been seen yet, what's not been done yet. It's ability to be able to see beyond circumstance, situations. It's to be able to look in the middle of a desert and see streams in it. It's the ability to be able to look at a no-way situation and see that it's just an opportunity for there to be a way where there's been no way.
Come on.
And so, that gift of faith is so significant and so important for everyone to be able to walk in and operate in. Like I said, it's impossible for you to even approach God, come to God without faith. But for you to have the gift of faith, it's for you to be able to see prophetically, spiritually, the potential, the purposes, the opportunities, the promises, and the purposes of God that must be. He told John, he said, come up here and I'll show you what was, what is, and what must be hereafter. He said, Jeremiah, call on me, and I will answer. and I will show you great and mighty things in which you do not know. To walk in the gift of faith is to go beyond understanding, to go beyond reason, to go beyond what you've seen and what you know, and to believe for the unknowable, to believe beyond what you don't know and pull on God through eyes of faith and see the potential and the promises and the purposes of God waiting to be fulfilled.